Hi there, in this video we are going to set up our document so that we can start redrawing this cute little sheriff penguin using all our shapes. So we're going to create a new document, show you how to bring in and use layers to lock this pencil drawing in the background so that we can redraw over the top of it. All right, let's get started. All right, first thing we're going to do is we're going to create a new document to draw our penguin on. Let's go to File, let's go to New. Now in here, we've got a bunch of presets. Okay, along the top here, you've got like if you want to design a mobile phone, kind of a website, we're going to start with print. Okay, and in here, we're going to pick letter. And along here, we're going to change our units to inches. We're going to make it landscape. And what you'll find is yours is probably twirled up down the bottom here. See where it says advanced options, click on that word and this little extra option opens up. Okay, and we'll change our color mode to RGB. Now we're not going to cover the full differences between RGB and CMYK, but just so you know, if you're new, RGB gives you a bigger color field, okay, more richer colors. CMYK is a little bit more washed out. But if you're going to eventually become a commercial illustrator or commercial designer using Illustrator, you probably need to research a little bit more the differences between the two. But the short version is just use RGB. Even if you're going to commercial print, printers have some amazing software to convert it to RGB, which they need, and often it can give you a better result. So RGB, perfect for pretty much all circumstances these days. Let's click Create. All right, next thing we're going to do is save our document. So next up, let's go to File and let's save our document. And what I want to do is, now if you're on a Mac like I am, okay, you might have to click this little arrow to see a few more of the options here. Okay, if you're on a PC, things are very similar but a little different. Okay, now depending on your ability, you might just save it onto your desktop and just leave it at that. What I'm going to do is be very organized and click on New Folder, and I'm going to put it into here called Class Files. Okay, I'm going to put a folder on my desktop called Class Files. I'm going to call this one my Penguin. Not even sure if that's how you spell penguin. Looks good enough for me. So if we're on a PC, it's slightly different. I think there's just an icon along the top here that says like new folder, hover above them. Create a new folder called Class Files, name our document Penguin, and let's click Save. Okay, these Illustrator options, just leave them all by default and click OK. So to get started, what we've got is I've hand drawn our penguin and we're going to redraw over the top of it. And it's a really common way that I work and a lot of illustrators work is that it's easier to draw on my notebook, take a photo of it or a scan and actually just draw over the top of it in Illustrator. It's not how everyone works. You can go straight into Illustrator, but it's going to give us at least a template to draw over the top of, just to make it a bit easier for us now. So to make that happen, let's go to File and let's go to Place. Place is the word, it's interchangeable with import. Illustrator likes to call it place though. So File, Place, we'll bring in our image. Let's find the exercise files that you've downloaded. And in there should be one called penguin.jpg. Now, before you click Place, what we're going to do is click on this word template. I'll show you what it does. Let's make sure template is clicked. Let's click Place. And what ends up happening is with my black arrow, if I click off in the background, can you see I can't move this image? So what it does is it brings it in, it puts it on its own layer, it locks that layer and dims it down a little bit so it's easier to draw over the top of. Now mine's put it in the middle of this document. Yours is probably off to the side here a little bit. So let's look at kind of unlocking that layer and moving it around. So up here in your layers panel, layer 1 is where we're going to do our drawing. This layer here called template, you can kind of see template penguin. What it's done is it's created a layer and it's locked it. Okay, so it means I can't move it around, which is super handy. But let's say I want to move it over a little bit. Let's click on the locking icon, click on this now. Now, okay, using my black arrow, just clicking and dragging the center anywhere. Okay, now it's unlocked. Okay, so hopefully you can see the benefits of using that template. I can lock it again now, go back to my layer 1. Okay, make sure it is highlighted and I can do my drawing on that layer. And this helpful little layer is just underneath, dimmed down a little bit, the opacity is down a little bit, and it's locked, making it easy to draw. All right, so that's it for setting up our document, just getting it ready for drawing over the top of. What we'll do in the next video is that we'll start drawing with our shapes, okay, lines and rectangles to make our cute little penguin that for some unknown reason is a sheriff, mainly because I needed to show you how to draw a star. But let's do that in the next video.